Here at the TT Grandstand, and there are bikes around. I have to tell you, there's suddenly so much life up here. With me is Laurence Skelly, who's now got responsibility for tourism, therefore /TT, I guess.
Indeed, yes. I've only just recently taken over from Jeff Corkish, who I think has done a superb job over the many years. And now, as you say, TT is just about to arrive here, and there's tons of activity here. There's bikes here, so we want to welcome the visitors. We want them to have a fun time, enjoy themselves, but we also want them to be safe and therefore a successful TT.
What's your job? Because I mean, I know your previous man was always in all the tents, doing a lot of handshaking, a lot of changing of cards, contacts, and this vision for the future. Is this what you're working on?
Well, indeed, yes. To be here, actually the face of TT, I guess, in many ways. So it's meeting the manufacturers, meeting the sponsors, meeting the VIP guests. We want to ensure everybody does have a wonderful time and enjoy the experience. In terms of vision, quite frankly, what I'd like, well, we've seen a resurgence in the TT, on the back of the film Closer to the Edge, which is a huge success. And
what happened to the World Series idea, for instance?
Oh, well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we have done a feasibility study on the World Series, and quite frankly, we need to pick that up and have a look at the detailed business case and see whether we can actually take this brand, which is a global brand, and take it around the world and promote the Isle of Man. So yes, I'd like to see us pick that up.
So you've walked into this office now, you've got to pick up where Jeff left it off. Is that a tricky one to do, or is it going to be on your feet moving fast?
No, I think so. Being in a department beforehand, obviously I've had sight of the feasibility study, and quite frankly there is significant interest globally to have a TT road race in countries, whether it be Dubai, Down Under, South America, North America, big interest, and there is also the potential there of the revenue of the TV rights. So could the TT be a World Series? I do think it's a very real possibility, and I do want to open up that debate.
And as for TT itself, you will be keeping much more of an eye on it, won't you, now, to see what can be done and changed, because you've got to tweak these things, haven't you? Keep them fresh.
We do, and the TT grows and grows, and there's only so much we can do. And obviously with our shall we say, our rebranding with the Grand Prix and the Classic TT to be the festival of motorsport, we're seeing very good early signs with numbers for that. So can we expand that further? A World Series could possibly do that. Can we actually realise an attraction, the TT experience?
An attraction?
Yeah.
What TT experience? We've heard about that in the past as well. Never heard it go anywhere, but go on.
Indeed, I do want to actually take a look at that, because quite frankly, if we were to realise a World Series, we can only cope with so many people visiting our island at these two times. Can we have an attraction that is holistic in terms of being something for everyone, be interactive and enjoyable? Everybody comes to the Isle of Man, wants to see something about the TT.
Well, go on. Like what? It's not a funfair ride. It's an interactive something.
Well,
yeah.
It's our heritage, and quite frankly, I think Manx National Heritage hopefully will become involved with a working group to revisit the TT attraction. So when I say an attraction, I'm talking about not just a museum where you have static display, and there's numerous static displays that we could have there, an interactive facility that would be attractive for young people. Should we have a chapel? People want to come here and get married at the TT course. Can we have a hotel? I can tell you that there is a lot of interest in tourism on the Isle of Man in terms of investment. We have a lot of high net worths here on the Isle of Man, a lot of interest in TT, and I want to capture that and make the best I can.
Finally, the rebranding of the Manx Grand Prix.
Yes.
Are you completely on side? Are you just committed to that, or do you have any worries about it?
No, well, I think the numbers already speak for themselves. I think you've got two different audiences there. You've got the Grand Prix, which has always had a good, stable audience, very much the purest rider. And then you've also got, I think, the Classic TT, which merge those two together. And I think you've got a new dynamic festival that will be quite different. And as I say, the numbers will speak for themselves. And early days, looks very good.